Two Bryans don't make a Matt.
Growing up on the water with fishing in their blood, Matt Arey and Bryan Thrift have spent the last 10 years competing against the biggest names in professional bass fishing. Their success has landed them ranked among the top anglers in the world. If you're looking to become a better angler, then this show has all the answers. Join us and follow along to get actionable tips, tactics, and tried and true techniques directly from the pros. Welcome to Let's Talk Fish.
We're live.
We're live.
We're 100%
We're
live.
We're 100% live.
110% live.
110% live.
New, you live?
You live?
We got Brian New in the house with us tonight. Where's the Oh, Jeff moved the cameras. I was looking back here at the
You're
center
looking at
light,
the camera?
and I was like, oh, the cameras are
I
over
had
there
to move
now.
it so we could get everybody in.
I got you. Are you in? I want to know if you're in. You're in.
I'm 3/4 in.
I can
All
see.
right.
Well,
Jeff's
you need
on top
to
of
cut
it.
a few pounds, you'd be 100% in.
Ooh, he's starting early.
He is starting. Already.
All right.
Tonight is kind of cool
Welcome to
because-
LTF.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you've never seen the show, welcome to LTF. Let's Talk Fish. We've been doing this for like 2 years, and tonight's pretty cool because we're actually doing something called cross-posting, which we've never done before.
Tell us
Live
about it,
on
Jeff. Tell us about it.
Matt's page, Brian's page, the Let's Talk Fish page, and we partner with Basscasters to go live on their page. And we're on Titan Tungsten's page as well. So
That's a lot of pages.
we're everywhere.
all over the place.
We're on
So-
6 pages.
We should be everywhere. I'm not sure about how the comments works. I think if you need to ask live questions, do it on the Let's Talk Fish page feed, I think. I'm
Well,
not sure.
and there's a very important point
Yeah.
to your statement. So we might be live on 6 pages, but the only way you can win the trivia giveaway tonight, which, by the way, is
Don't talk about it, Matt.
I'm not going to give the
He's
answer
not going to
away.
give the answer away, but
If
we
you've
got
never
to tell
seen
him
the
what
show,
the
he's getting
prize
ready to
is.
give the answer away.
No, I'm not. the
There's an 80% chance. 80% chance.
77-ish maybe. New is sponsoring our giveaway tonight. He has put together a greenfish tackle pack, value of $50+, and we're going to throw in a Bassmaster membership package. So be sure to be eligible for that. If you're watching on any of the other pages, you got to jump over to the Let's Talk Fish page, join in the conversation, engage with us, shoot us some questions, and at the end of the show, we'll have our regular trivia giveaway. What's up, Jeff?
Absolutely. And I think Titan Tungsten threw in a little something for the giveaway as well.
Aha!
Some of their gloves, their UV gloves.
Oh, the SPF gloves. All right.
Yeah,
So
and then
Titan's throwing
also
some gloves.
Basscasters is throwing in a T-shirt as well.
Dude, we easily passed $100, so our giveaway now is valued probably at $125 tonight.
Maybe, something like that.
Something
All right.
like that.
But, again, to be eligible for that giveaway, you got to be on the Let's Talk Fish page. All right, what's the topic tonight? What?
Well, definitely we're going to talk about New's recent Bass Open win at Lake Toho.
I just wanted you to say the title. I didn't
What?
really care that much about the No, I'm just kidding.
It was Jeff. So Jeff came up with the title, and it was a good title.
It
I
has a
thought.
nice ring to
It
it.
had two Bryans don't make a Matt.
I think that could be a T-shirt.
Oh,
I really think. By the way, I did have some requests. We had Thrift and I worked an open house in Martinsville, Virginia. Thanks to everybody who came out, by the way, this past
Yes.
weekend at Angler's Choice. And we were at the Bass University on Sunday, and we had a lot of good feedback about the show. But on top of that, I had several requests, and I don't know if you heard any about bringing back the Me and Matt shirts.
I feel like we need to.
I
We
do
need
too.
to. We need to
Yeah.
re-release the Me and Matt shirts in a different color.
They're in the works.
Okay,
All right,
they're in the works.
good enough.
We have
I've never
we
seen
have
that.
an entire
You're gonna want
Yeah.
one.
we have a whole new
Yeah.
store being
You
built.
catch more
Okay.
fish. If
We
you
got a
wear
new
it.
store. I was
Not
unaware.
that you
of.
need it, but you might catch one more.
So it's gonna be like
I like it.
Robin Big back in the day.
Yep. All right. So, New, I know you've been on like 47 other podcasts and 16 television shows and 43 radio stations in the past 8 or 9 days. But no, you were telling me, in all seriousness, the other day about the publicity and the notoriety you have got off of this win. And I want you to talk a little bit about that because you've had some big wins in the past 2 years. And you won the Ray Scott Championship, which was like a cool 100,000, right?
It was.
You won. What else have you won? I mean, dude, I can't remember. You've won so much dang
He
stuff
has had a
lately.
really
But
good last
in the past
2 years.
18 months to 2 year period. not counting your recent BASS Open win, what else did you win other than the Ray Scott Championship?
Well, I won the BFL regional at Seminole.
That's
back
right.
in the fall.
That's right.
And then I won some Thursday nighters, but
Some
other than
Thursday
that,
nighters.
Lake Wiley.
Always got to throw in the Thursday nighters.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that's funny.
Those are hard to win.
If a buddy, it's funny because now that you fish, you and I are fishing professionally, obviously, and guys come up to us and say, well, how many of you won? I'm gonna start throwing those Thursday numbers out there. Yeah, and then I'm gonna be like 7. And then, it sounds cool. We won 7 tour level events, but they don't know. I don't have to say Thursday night. I'm just saying we won 7 tournaments.
dude, there's some meat down there at Lake Wiley. I mean, we average 50 boats.
Y'all got a crowd
every week. And,
y'all got a crowd. But talk a little bit about your recent win, and not necessarily how you caught them. I know you've done that probably on every podcast that
Let's
you've
do a little backstory before we dive in.
Okay, all right,
because
get on it.
In addition to all the tournaments New has won the last year and a half, he's also won the Farswood Cup as a co-angler. Won Angler of the Year on FLW as a co-angler. What am I missing, Lou? How many? Won 2 or 3 tournaments.
I just won one other tournament. Had several top 10s, but
How much did he pay you to say all this?
I'm just throwing
kidding.
stuff.
I'm
We got to
impressed,
give a little
dude.
backstory.
Okay, all right. Hey, I got to throw something out there. So, New used to practice with me.
oh, here we go.
But, and I'm not saying it was a bad decision by no means because he started winning tournaments. He kicked me to the curb to practice with this guy. And how long did he practice with you?
About the time he started winning.
Ooh.
I'm going to have to go get my waders.
So apparently the title was a problem. people getting kind of feisty in here.
Hey, guys, be patient. We are going to get to some questions here after a while.
Yes, we will.
All right, so go back. Is that all the backstory you have on?
Yeah,
that?
I just wanted to let it, because most people don't know. Like, you won the cup one time as a co-angler, didn't you?
Long time ago.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still an accomplishment.
Yeah, back in 06.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
And you've qualified for what? Your second All-American this year.
Yep.
Yep.
I just seen that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Anytime you make the All-American, that's a big deal.
Yes.
All right, so New, talk about just what the recent win has meant to you, your brand. Your publicity, your exposure.
It's like, those other tournaments that I did good and I won in last year. The Ray Scott deal, it just overwhelmed me. Like, I was like, this is crazy how much exposure I've got, and then I win this Open this year, and it's just it was a whole different level.
Well, dude, I haven't been able to get on social media in the past. Since your win, especially leading 5-6 days immediately after your win, and of course I follow your page, but I was seeing announcements at Thrift. Thrift. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to saying
Here we
Thrift
go.
because he wins so freaking much.
No.
But you were on like every podcast, every radio show, anything that relates to fishing, just constantly. I mean, and I think the emphasis on the Opens this year is ginormous, not just because of the 225 boat maxed out fields that probably every tournament's going to have, but the competition's pretty darn stiff in those Opens now. As stiff as it's ever been, if I dare say that.
Absolutely, I agree. I mean, which me just winning that tournament, I don't know that.
No, dude, you had a lot of competition down there.
It was
stiff competition.
It really was. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. But like going into the last day, going to a tournament, you always want to win. That's the main goal. But at the end of the day, being realistic with yourself, you just want a good tournament. Well, whenever you get in that top 10 or top 12, whatever it may be, then you're like, if I finish second, I'm going to be pissed off.
Yeah, then
and then like I'm going out, we blast off, I'm running down the lake. I was thinking, you know what? I've got a chance to win this thing, but if I win this thing, I go to the Classic.
Oh,
And
You got
then,
to thinking about the Classic.
And then I was like, obviously I want to win because it's $52,000, but I would be more pissed off if I don't win because I'm not going to go to the Classic than I would be if I didn't, get the money in my pocket, which the money is great.
Well, that obviously. That was leading into my next question about I'm going to get to fish my very first Bassmaster Classic this year. And I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a dream come true since I was a kid. Because even when I was a kid, FLW didn't even come around until '96, and when I was a kid and 8, 9, 10 years old, and I'm telling my age when I say that, the only thing on television tournament-wise was Bassmasters TV,
Right.
on TNN with Bob Cobb, excuse me. And it's always been a dream to fish the Classic. But tell us a little bit about what that means to make the Classic, and has it really sunk in yet?
I don't think it really has. I mean, it's a special deal, no doubt about that. But at the end of the day, it's just fishing. It is my dream. I'm just like you. I grew up watching the Bassmaster shows, and it's pretty cool to have the success that I have so far. With the FLW and then the Ray Scott deal last year, but this being the first Bassmaster event that I've ever fished, and the first attempt I've ever had at qualifying for the Classic, I do it. It's a pretty awesome deal. But I mean, really, I've been so busy with work and keeping up with everything else and stuff at home and preparing for the next tournament. I haven't had a break to sit back and let it sink in.
You might as well go ahead and qualify for the Classic just right out of the gate. So you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, that's the best way to do it.
It is. I did.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was good.
So Ryan Shario did ask if you got into. So just to tell y'all really quick, New was signed up for all of the Eastern Opens. So Granted, he fishes the remaining three more, correct?
Yep.
He is in the Classic with his win down at Toho. And it's funny because he told Thrift and me, Thrift and I had to correct my English. Thrift's over
Me
here.
And Thrift.
That's
what you
Thrift.
meant.
Me and Thrift. Me and Smoke, whatever. That he,
I've lost the
as soon
page.
as he won,
There we go.
that he
Come
said
back.
he wanted to sign up for the Centrals also. And I was kind of like Smoke over here and saying, I thought you were already signed up
Yeah,
for the
I did too.
Centrals. But I'm glad you did. And Ryan wanted to know if you got in, and we actually asked him that question right before the show. But you're not confirmed in quite yet, are you?
No, so I talked to, actually right after the weigh-in, I was going to JT Kenny's to go hog hunting. So on that, about a 2 hour.
You are Thrift's little protege, aren't
Oh,
you?
God,
That's
here we
exactly
go.
what Thrift did.
If I had
When
a
he's in
dollar.
Florida, he goes to JT Kenny's and he goes hog hunting.
Oh, well, he actually killed a hog. I didn't kill a hog. I'm 0 for 2 on the hog hunts. So, but anyway, so I call Chris, the tournament director, and I'm talking to him, and he said, go ahead and sign up. He said in a few weeks, the people on the waiting list will call and give them an option to bring in a co-angler to link with. So
And that was you at the time.
Yes.
On the waiting list, and you need to
Right.
make sure you had a co-angler in place.
Right. So I've reached out, and I'm pretty sure I've got a co-angler to link with for the other one. So now
That's
I'm just
good.
waiting on the call, and hopefully it works out.
I think this is your boss, Mr. Isaac Sosby, is laughing at you saying you're busy.
I
Yeah.
seen that. I was fixing
So
to
I
call
think
that
you've
out.
pretty much been called out that
Oh.
you might attend work, but do you actually do work?
Sometimes.
So I told him the other day, you put the same effort at your day job that you do in fishing, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I try.
Okay, we need to ask
Sometimes.
Mr. Sosby about
Mister.
that. Mr.
He's
Sosby.
younger than me. I'm not
Oh,
calling
I'm
him
sorry.
Mister.
He's still your boss, man.
Oh, he's
Hey.
a little boss man.
Yeah, little boss.
The little
man.
boss man.
So, tell everybody where you work, by the way.
Sotheby pavement marking.
All right.
Oh,
And y'all were working in Shelby today, apparently.
we were. Well, we were in Shelby,
Got you.
attending work.
What all do y'all do?
We paint roads and parking lots and seal asphalt.
When Bass opens.
Sometimes we
Win
win
Bass
at Bass Opens and
Supplement
qualify
my
for
income with
Classic.
$100K here and $100K there.
That's the best way to do it.
So let me ask you a question. And your boss is watching, so no pressure.
He's trying to get a driveway.
No, I'm not. I do need, I do. Yeah, I do need a
BBC
good
fishing.
deal. If you qualify for the elites next year, and you and I talked about this a little bit. First of all, tell everybody what your plans are. I know you plan to fish every open. Granted, you get in the Centrals too this year. Tell everybody what your goals are. What do you want to do? What do you want to do in 2021?
I want to make a living. Hopefully, it's just fishing. But if
God, you're just like Thrift.
Well, that's
Lord
the
have
truth.
mercy.
I mean,
I understand
you gotta pay the
that.
bills.
I understand that. But if you qualify for the elites, is that where you want to go? Is that what you want to do?
Absolutely. I mean, that's why that's why I signed up for the Centrals. But so this year I'm fishing hopefully 8 opens. I've got the All American and then 4 Costas. And granted, hopefully I do good enough in those to qualify for the championship. So that right there is like
That's a busy year.
13 weeks without any BFLs.
Yeah, that's a busy year.
No, I'm not saying don't cherry pick a BFL when you get the chance, but you look right down that tunnel of them opens and you go out there and keep
Oh yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
You're that's where you need to be. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're like Thrift or not like Thrift, but you're a dang good
I'm a lot
angler.
cooler than him.
Well,
Oh,
that's
that's debatable.
yeah. I mean, I think you're both equally dorks, but that's just my. Sorry, I had to throw that in
We're
there.
even now.
I got.
We're
I got.
even.
I got. We're even.
We're even.
I don't know.
Brian's don't make it dork.
New hadn't said anything tonight, so no. In all seriousness, you're a phenomenal angler, and I just think that you do need to be at those higher levels because you're extremely competitive at those higher levels, and when you get an opportunity to fish for a little bit more money, obviously you can go win on the bigger stages, and that's I'm praising you here, man. I think you deserve a shot at the elites. Granted, you qualify, and I'm not going to jinx you by saying you're going to qualify, but I got a lot of faith in you being able to make it. Obviously, you started off pretty darn well, but I did see a.
And you know what's cool about that win at Toho was, it's one thing to win like a Open or a Coastal or FLW Series level event, but when it's the first event of the year, when all eyes are on that tournament, everybody's watching because everybody's been sitting in a stupid tree stand, not fishing, it's cold, and then it's the first event.
Why's it got to be a stupid tree stand?
Because I don't know, it just is.
I mean, you sit in them.
Rarely.
No, he sits in a box.
Hey, Lou hunts like I do. He hunts behind a wood pile. So I don't want to hear
He
it.
hops around a little bit.
In his yard like I do.
Yeah.
Same
He
thing.
does hunt in his
Dude,
yard.
I just tried to kill meat.
You did a dang good
You
job.
did a good job of that this year.
Oh,
Here's a funny question.
All right, let me
Go
back
ahead.
it up real quick.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Andrew Alexander, and I'm going to direct most of our questions to New
Yes.
tonight. A lot of talent coming out of the Carolinas on the pro circuits right now. And I'm going to counter that by saying there's been a lot of talent coming out of the Carolinas on the pro circuits for a long time.
Yeah,
But
there
any
really
ideas
has.
on why the success seems to be so centralized in our area? New, you want to answer that?
I don't really know because we have no grass lakes. And I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's the only thing that we don't really have.
And current.
we don't have really current either. But I mean,
You can go fish current around here. Y'all just don't. I mean, you're not going to take your Ranger and go fish current around
well,
here.
there are a lot of things that you can do that around here and catch fish. I mean, like you can go to Norman and catch them, really deep. You're probably not going to win, but you can do that and you can learn from that. You can go to Wiley and beat the bank. You can catch fish offshore on Wiley. But you don't have the grass deal. And it's kind of weird because the last 2 tournaments that I've won were both on grass lakes. But now I have had a lot of experience on grass in the last 5 or 6 years since I started fishing the tour. But
Well, you touched on it a little bit, though, and I think, and Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, but even on a grass lake, on any lake, versatility is a huge factor.
yeah.
And being able to, whether you're in grass, whether you're in current, which Thrift hates, whether you're in any type of fishery, being able to show that fish and know how to adjust based on your arsenal and how efficient you are with your arsenal and your decision making. The thing about our lakes around here is, it's like you said, and you touched on a little bit, is Norman is a great example, that you can go out, even catch fish on grass lake techniques. You could catch them doing almost anything. And I think the biggest thing about this area is that it does build a very versatile angler.
It does.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that we hadn't said that has really helped develop a lot of anglers coming out of this area is the kind of the run and gun approach, because on our lakes, you don't find one spot and win events on.
No.
You have to be able to mix together a little bit of everything.
Right.
And
I
pattern
think,
fish.
and pattern fish.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think that's something that applies all over the country, especially when you're fishing multiple day tournaments. You've got to be able to set one thing to the side and go with the next thing that's coming up. And I think that's one thing that's really helped develop all of us. I mean, when you look at all the professional anglers that are within an hour's drive of Lake Norman, I think that's something that kind of helped all of us develop, and we've kind of took it everywhere else in the country and figured out how to make that work everywhere.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
that's true.
Kevin Clark wants to know if New has more rods in his boat than Thrift.
I don't know about more, but
He used to
probably-
carry more rods than I did when he fished as a co-angler in my boat.
Dude, he was so mad. I can never forget. He was so mad when they cut back the number of rods a co-angler could take.
So, speaking of that though, like when I think it was 5. 5's a bad number.
I thought
Like,
they cut
it's
it back to
hard-
7. Or maybe it was
I
7.
think it
and
was
they cut
5
back
on
to
the
5.
tour and 7 in the Costas.
You
Okay.
may be right.
I swear I think that's what it was. So 7 was good. 5 was a hard number. But so
That
in
would
the
be hard to
All-American
narrow down
last
to
year,
5.
we could only have 10 rods. So I kind of
You were on a grass fishery at the
Dude.
Potomac River.
I don't care what lake I'm on. It's hard for me to have less than 12 on the deck,
Exactly.
plus what's in the rod box. Anytime.
So you can only have 10 total in your boat.
Total, period, in the boat.
I didn't know that. I don't think the All-American, the only one I've ever fished was in 07, and I don't remember there being a rod limit. There may have been, but I don't remember
Right.
there being a rod limit.
I'm hoping they change that for this year. Because at Hartwell, that time of the year, I hate Hartwell anyways. But it's a great lake, but it's not a great lake for people named Brian most of the time. If your first name's Jamie and your last name's Rampy, it's a pretty good lake.
Rampy's pretty good on Hartwell. Andy wanted to know if you use a crossbow like Thrift does when you're deer hunting.
No,
Why,
I actually
why
have
don't
a real
you just
bow.
name what all you shot?
He
deer
said
with
I have
this
a
year?
real bow. Oh yeah, new.
Just name
Let me
everything
tell him
you
about
shot
the
a deer
video.
with.
Let me tell you about the video he sent me one day. He said,
Oh, yeah.
he's sitting in this little, like, it's a ground blind, but it's like
It's a wood pile.
it's
firewood
actually a wood
It's
pile.
a pile of wood
In
to
his,
burn in the
y'all
fireplace.
think Thrift's hunting adventures are funny. New sends me a video, and he killed. How many deer did you kill?
4, wasn't it?
4?
Yeah. How many tags do you have?
You have 6
4.
tags.
Well,
4 doe
four
tags,
doe
2
tags.
buck tags.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I killed
he,
4
He killed 4 does, and
in about 3 days.
in about 3. No, it's no kidding. In about 3 days, he killed 4 does.
With 4 different guns.
With 4 different
Four
guns.
different
That's what I was getting at. He sends me a video, and he's sitting in this wood pile, aka ground blind, and he's
It's
scanning
it's
around.
Natural. It's wood.
Yeah,
Woods are in the woods.
It's literally a wood pile.
Yeah,
It is.
It's the perfect camouflage.
They got wood that they burn for heat. Yeah. And he's scanning around with his cell phone, and it's like a shotgun, then a rifle, then a
Did you
bow.
shoot one with your pistol?
and
You shot one with your pistol too, didn't you?
Well, I had to.
Okay.
oh,
It wasn't the
okay.
first shot.
Cleanup shot.
Yeah.
I get it. Thrift knows all about it.
I know
He
all about
does.
that. I had to do that this year too.
And then he pans to his face, and I don't know what you said in the text, but he's literally sitting in this wood pile with 3 different weapons, and it ended up killing one too.
I did.
Was that, what number was that? 4? Was that your limit deer then, or
I think that was the third one.
that was the 3rd one? Okay.
Yeah.
You should have a freezer full of meat, and
I do.
I'm sure a
There's a few stripers in there as well.
few stripers in there as well. You're gonna have to get a bigger deep freezer.
I actually just bought it this year just because of that.
Thrift, I see you scrolling over there. You got any questions we need to jump on? I know you said you saw them earlier.
I've
but-
seen a bunch of questions. Y'all keep the questions coming in. I'm sure New would answer anything, and we'll shoot them over to him. I did see one that was a question, but there it is. Steve Guthrie. How many Demiki Stingers will Matt steal to win St. John's?
Ooh,
to
I'm
win
gonna
St.
steal
John's
some first.
I didn't have any stingers last year. Of course, I didn't win.
You didn't win.
But, the bad thing is, if I ask Thrift for something, I have to steal it. He ain't gonna give it to me.
You're
Demiki
crazy.
or not, I have to
You're
steal
crazy.
it. So, is your
I
alarm
gave you
on in your
baits.
shop?
I gave you baits the other day when we went to Moss.
No. You know what? After the show tonight, when we go to dinner, he'll probably go on home and go to bed. We'll sneak over
Yeah.
there after dinner.
I got my.
I'm gonna have to
set.
stock up on some stingers too. He gave me some 4-inch the other day, but I need some 5-inch for
Yeah.
because I'm going to St. John's right after you.
I need all sizes and all colors. Let's see. All right. Absolutely, Eddie Martin. More than welcome. He said, thanks for showing the wife and him around Angler's Choice in Martinsville, and he got some autographs from Smoke and myself, and we had a good time up there, man. That was a big
fun.
crowd. Fat Cat was there, and Freddie Boom
Bunch
Boom,
of people were there.
Romanus,
Good food, good times hanging out. They had lots of vendors set up. I know of 2 or 3 boats that were sold for sure, but
at least.
that's the biggest showroom I've ever seen in any dealership anywhere.
So they have over 100 boats.
Over
by the way.
100
You know when they
boats.
did a little interview video with us at
Yeah.
the beginning, and we said they got at least 70 or 75 boats here in stock. They got over 100 boats there in stock.
Well, they
So
sold. What was
That's
how many did they
impressive.
sell? What was that trivia question?
700 and something.
Yeah, like 750
Yeah,
or 68
750 boats in 2019.
That's a
But
lot of
I
boats.
can
That's
promise
impressive.
you, and the one in Spindale's great. The one in Lexington's a great location. But if you're just wanting to go see all these Rangers, all these color schemes, all these different models, I've never seen that many Rangers in my life
I haven't either.
in a showroom.
I haven't either.
And I've been to a lot of boat dealers over my lifetime, and I've never seen a showroom. Probably the biggest showroom I've ever seen next to that one is it might be Spindale. to
Probably
be honest
is
with you, which
Spindale.
they have probably 20 boats in that
Yeah,
showroom.
and speaking of Spindale, they're which I think Matt's already mentioned this.
No, I didn't. I forgot.
They're-
So
the Angler's Choice Marine in Spindale, North Carolina, their open house is this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I'll be there Friday from 12 to 5 for sure. Not sure if I'm going to make it Saturday yet. I got to get packed up to head out to the first MLF event on Monday. But come out, see us, hang out, look at all the boats. I know myself, Hank Parker will be there. Are you going to make that one? Or
I won't be there,
so
unfortunately.
Matt won't be. Yeah, because you're leaving Sunday.
Saturday morning.
Saturday. Okay, Matt's leaving Saturday morning to go to his first BASS event, so I'll definitely be there Friday. Come hang out and see us, and it'd be fun.
Yeah, guys, get out there to the open house at Angler's Choice in Spindale. Go up there and give Thrift a little, you know what. So, yeah, that's a good. So I've seen several comments tonight. We haven't mentioned it yet, and you know, everybody sitting at this table. Excuse me, minus Jeff, just because he doesn't fish. If he did,
I'm fixing to get him into it.
if
though.
he did, he'd probably win it. Oh, by the way, he did tell me he came over to the house earlier, and he was kind enough to do some put some logos on the truck for me, and he's going to be buying some of my old Okuma stuff that I had left over before
Nice.
I went over to lose.
Well, the other day when we were at the lake, he was kind of worried about throwing a bait caster. He was,
didn't want to
he was throwing it
gum
like
it
a
up.
pro.
Yeah, I saw him make at least one good cast.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I think
he
he only
never
made two.
backlashed.
But that being said, he told me that he's getting ready to go pro next year.
That's good.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'm
what I
back
said.
In the
out.
Boston Whaler
That is exactly what you said.
I didn't say pro. I said I was going on tour.
on tour.
I didn't tell you
Different.
which one.
Oh,
probably
okay.
just
I'm
start off-
sorry. I must have misunderstood.
Moss Lake
you.
Thursday Nighters, baby.
Yeah. Regardless, back to Forrest Wood. Obviously, was a not just an icon, but a legend in our industry, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
meant a lot to all of us at this table. You know, Brian and myself have been with Ranger since
Since
we
I
our
started
career.
my rookie
Yeah,
year
so
in 2007.
all the way back to 07. I've been running Ranger since 2004, and we've all shared some special moments with Mr. Wood because we've all been fortunate enough to have him hand us a trophy
Yeah.
on stage. Correct.
Right.
That's exactly
And
right.
you know, our thoughts and prayers out to that whole family, Keith, all the Ranger family.
Yeah,
but
the whole Ranger family, and Keith, they're starting up the new company and all, and getting everything. Well, I guess it's new anymore. They've been out for a couple of years, but just Forrest meant so much to the whole sport of bass fishing. I mean, he was there from pretty much day one, and it's something to be said for a man that had the vision he had back in the the infancy of the sport for what all he did for the sport. So.
And he, so Ronnie Thompson said, "Tell us your favorite Forrest Wood story." I'll tell you a little tidbit, and then I'll pass it on to whoever. But my first win at Beaver Lake in Forrest, I was fortunate enough to get Forrest. He came up and presented the trophy there, and of course Beaver's in Arkansas, not too far down the road from there in Flippin, where he where he lived, and him and Nina, after that tournament, I got in the mail, I got a custom photo album with pictures of the weigh-in, and it was me on stage, my wife on stage, Reese, my daughter at the time, who was 2 years old, and they had probably 20 to 25 pictures in this photo album that Forrest and his wife Nina had put together for me, and handwritten messages in that photo album about the tournament and how proud they were of us, and I mean, dude, that was. I've still got that photo album, obviously, and I was thinking about it the other day when Emily and I were talking about it, and that's probably one of my favorite Forrest Wood stories that I've got. I mean, they were two of the most genuine people that you've ever met in your life, and everybody I've ever met in the entire fishing industry has never said a negative word about that family.
No.
But I obviously you have a similar.
Yeah,
story.
I mean, to me, the best story I can remember, it's not really a story, it's more of a happening, was this year when I won the Cup. I mean, that was the last trophy I believe Forrest ever presented on stage. And to be able to be a part of that and know that, you know, I was there for the last event with Forrest Wood and him presenting me with the Cup, that's something that I will never, ever, ever forget.
Yeah. So we'll, with that being said, thoughts and prayers out to that family. New, you got anything to add, or?
Yeah, I really didn't ever really have anything. Actually, Bill Taylor gave me my trophy at the Cup when I won. But, you know, just having a trophy that says Forrest Wood Cup on it
just having the name
pretty
on
awesome,
there.
man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so rolling into some questions, guys. Let's. And once again,
Burl said we need to get Jeff an intern.
Oh, I'm getting ready to bring Burl out. I was just waiting on y'all to finish because I got it right here. That's Spotify. That's LTF 82, and the night show is LTF 83.
Oh, Burl getting on you.
I don't know what else is missing, but 83 comes after 82.
He's just trying to help you out, suggesting
and
you need an intern.
Look,
Come on,
guys,
Burl. Where's Burl been anyways?
Yeah, that's all right. He's been in hiding. I hadn't seen Burl on.
I hadn't heard from Burl in months, and now he comes in and starts cracking me.
That's good, though. That's good.
Jeff needs a little cracking every once in a while. So, guys, just FYI, it's something we don't push a lot and something we haven't pushed a lot. And, you know, we have a lot of podcast listeners, and we do appreciate each and every one of you. But Jeff has uploaded all our 2020 episodes, or will be uploading all our 2020 episodes, and most all our 2019 episodes are on there, right?
Most of the good ones.
Most of the good ones.
They're all good. What are you talking about?
Well, some of the early ones, the sound wasn't too great. Or, you know.
The ones Jeff's not on, you don't know.
Yeah, those.
I mean, everything's up to date.
But hey, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because the biggest thing about our show is we do have some visual activities. You know, when we do a Mr. Wilson feeding, or Thrift brings a box of stingers and lets you see the 27 different colors. All he throws is green pumpkin. But
now I mix in watermelon candy.
Oh yeah, sorry, he got green pumpkin and watermelon candy. That's right. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Oh, speaking of that, next show we do, Demiki has some new colors of stingers, some two-tone colors. Oh. And so we probably got a giveaway for that coming up in the future here in the next couple weeks.
All right, perfect.
How about
something to look forward to.
How about the new giveaway? We got to do that first, though.
New giveaway. Oh.
Like giveaway to new.
See, new's the reason you didn't get many crankbaits. So y'all have to talk through that.
Truth
dude,
out.
I had Joey Sabaga. Joey Sabaga and Roddy McCoy were both trying to steal them from me.
Bad. All right.
They didn't get them.
All right, let's jump back into some questions. Kevin Clark wants to know if new what?
You'll see it in a minute.
See what in a minute?
Just keep watching. You'll be all right.
Has New caught a fish on a spy bait yet? New, have you caught a fish on a spy bait?
That sounds like a story behind that.
So funny story about the spy bait. I don't know how long ago did it come out. It was like 2013, probably.
It's been 6-7 years.
So
probably.
me and
Maybe
Thrift went to Wiley, and I was like, we were smoking them on an A rig at Wiley.
Yeah,
and
imagine that.
So this thing comes out, and I said, let's go try this thing.
Yeah, we were way up at the dam.
We called them on A rig pretty good that morning. Not great, but pretty good. So I'm throwing this spy bait, and like every once in a while you catch one, and to be hung like right there, barely
On the
nip out.
back
yeah,
hook.
barely back.
And they're
hook.
choking the A rig. or a single Kitech. And so I was like, well, this sucks. I put it down, and I didn't throw it for 5 more years. So
Put it down for 5 years.
well, then
I
like
did the same.
the last couple of years, all these northern lakes have been, some of them have been dominated by the spy bait. So this year, or last year, I should say, after I did good, and everybody knows I'm a tackle junkie, I went and I've got a complete 3,700 box full of spy baits now. But
You have a 3,700. Oh, I was taking the deep.
That's a lot
no,
of
I
spy
like
baits.
the regular one.
That's a lot of spy
It
baits.
is a lot
That
of
is
spy
a
baits.
lot.
That's a lot
I
of
think you
spy
can
baits.
fit like 2 more in it.
I have a
Oh,
little
that's
3,600. and
terrible.
But
got
I
like
did.
8 of them.
Right after
I got
that,
8
I
of them.
did go throw it at Norman, and I caught a few on it.
They bite it. They do bite it.
I caught a
100%
couple
they
on
bite
there
it.
at Norman the other week too. They were little, but I caught a couple on it.
All right. Let's keep rolling with the questions. Guys, keep throwing them in. Oh, I got to mention again, we got almost 350 viewers tonight, which is awesome. But we are live on 6 different pages, if I'm
Something like
not
that.
mistaken. I think over on the Titan Tungsten page, on the Basscasters page, and my page, Thrift's page. So just FYI, if you're watching on one of those other pages and you want to be eligible for this giveaway that we have tonight, which includes a Basscasters t-shirt, a Greenfish tackle pack worth $50+ sponsored by Brian New and Greenfish Tackle, a Bassmaster membership, and what am I missing? A pair of the Titan Tungsten SPF fishing gloves.
Yeah.
Right? So a package probably worth close to $150. You must be watching on the Let's Talk Fish page to engage in that trivia question in the show.
And if you pay attention, Matt may give the answer away.
I'm not going
Probably
to.
already
He's
has.
he's
I'm
going
not
to.
going
I
to.
got faith he will.
I might just scribble it out on the paper so I don't even get like sidetracked and just blurt out the answer. But anyway,
We should
Let's
auction
stop
off
talking
this
about it.
hat in front of Matt. So here's
Oh,
the
yeah.
story. So we had a candle burning in the studio probably 6 months ago, and
auction it off.
I left it in here burning overnight, which I always do, and it started burning like black soot, and it literally filled the entire studio, my office, everything up. The entire place was covered in black soot, and this had black stuff all over this hat. But it's signed by Matt, Thrift, who was that? Dudley and
Dudley and
Belak?
Latimer.
How can you not read Dudley's signature?
No, I know.
He
Dudley.
writes
I
in
was talking
capital
about-
letters.
talking about Belak.
Oh,
So, I mean, we can. It's just a little dirty. You might can wash it, but we can do whatever you want with it.
It's not that bad dirty. I mean, it's
No.
just got a little bit of soot on
It's-
it.
Good hat's going to be a little dirty anyways.
it's a little
Exactly.
dark. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a little
True.
dark. Mark Gallup says,
But if you want us to do something with the hat, just comment hat in the comments, and we'll figure out something cool to do with it.
Mark Gallup said, "Congrats, dude." He must have
Thank-
fished with you somewhere. He said, "I've never fished with anyone that's as eat up with bass fishing as you." Well-deserved wins in the last 2 years.
I appreciate it.
Kevin
really do.
New already answered the question. He's got a 3,700 Plano or Bass Mafia box or whatever you use, slam full of spy baits. So that's like 30 spy baits.
No,
dude.
it's a
No,
lot
that's
more than
probably
30.
like 60. There's 70, I bet.
So
the
you got
spy baits are
four,
little.
4, 4. What's that? 16.
Yeah, and there's probably at least
There's
10
at
in
least 4. There's at least 4 in each one.
each. Whew.
Some
Okay.
of them there's like 8 or 9. I just seen a question.
Get on it. Get on it.
Brian
I'm
Cleary
saying,
asked-
I'm getting flooded with questions here. so
What
I'll
rod
jump
and
on it.
reel do you use for the A rig? I use a Abu Garcia Revo, just a STX 6:4-to-1 ratio. I think that gear ratio is key. A 5-to-1 is too slow; it gets too deep, and a 7-to-1 to me is too fast. And then the rod, I use a Fitzgerald 7-foot 3-inch heavy. And but I don't throw a great big giant A rig like most people. I'm using like 3.8 Kitex.
You throwing the
And-
Shane's baits a lot of times, aren't you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I throw the another homemade one a lot too. It's a little bit more finessey profile, and
Blades or no blades?
both blades and
With and without.
yeah. With
Okay.
Why is
Give
everybody
us a-
commenting hat? Did we do something with that?
Yeah, I said
No,
if
that
you-
hat right there.
if they want us to do something with this hat, comment hat, and to let us know if we want. And obviously they won't.
Everybody's commenting hats, so we got to figure out
That-
something.
That is so that's David Dudley, Matt Arey, whoever that.
What are we
weirdo
doing?
is,
Are we
Brian
doing-
Thrift,
I don't know
Brian
what we're
Latimer, and then New. There's a space for New signature down there. We're gonna have to do
Oh,
something
yeah.
to that deal.
Sign the hat. No.
You don't want them to throw it away, do you?
Huh?
I don't know what we're going to do with it.
No, you can't. Wait, what color are all the other signatures on there?
They're blue.
You better
is
not
black.
sign it with a black then.
Well, I think
Okay.
it used to be
You
blue.
gonna jack it all up.
They
I
faded.
don't have a blue one.
All right.
Somebody
Okay.
said start the bidding at $10. Jeff Marks has got a $10 bid on the hat already.
We
We're
could all,
literally-
Can we do a
we
live
can
bid?
auction that hat.
Can you do an
That's
auction?
something we can do.
You
I
know,
have no
auctioneers
idea.
do. Give me
Well-
5, give me 10.
We need a new mic.
got
anyway.
that?
We need to get an extra mic for the studio.
If
we
we
need
do
to
an
auction
auction,
the
it
hat
has
off.
to be for. It has to be for our calls, not our calls.
That's a good point. So let's come up with calls real quick.
Come up with the calls.
Give me 10 seconds and I'll have a call.
Okay,
10
like-
seconds.
all right,
We're coming up
Hold
with the
that
calls
thought, y'all.
to
We're going to
donate the
auction that
hat
hat off tonight for a
How
good
are we
cause.
gonna do an
To a good
auction on
cause.
Comment. Last show we had
I don't know.
13,000 comments and I couldn't keep
Just-
up.
yeah.
You're
Well,
the,
all right,
you're the
we'll
tech
set a
guy.
time.
You worry
This is
about
what
that.
we'll
We're
do.
just going to start the business.
Whenever we start the bidding,
Oh my god.
we'll let it go.
Bidding's already started.
Well, whenever we start it officially, we'll
can-
let it go for 5 minutes, and the highest bid at the end of 5 minutes.
We can
When-
verbally tell them what the highest bid is, and then
Yeah.
they can reply.
New can do an auctioneer's voice. I've
my
heard him.
God.
He can stutter
New,
just
give
like
us
that.
a little-
Yeah.
We're gonna,
Wait,
you
We
got
got $3.
We're gonna
$3. Give me
donate-
4. Give me 4. 450.
donate-
450.
That's
You're gonna have to go
475. 475.
We're going to donate the proceeds of that hat
Of
to
this hat.
Salt, which is down in Georgetown, South Carolina. Rayburn Poston runs it. Student Angler League Tournament Trail that teaches youth and works with youth on bass fishing and all that kind of good stuff.
Salt.
Salt.
All right. So the proceeds to
The
the,
proceeds
hat
will
auction
go
tonight,
to Salt.
We're not breaking any laws or anything by doing this.
I have
are we?
no clue.
I don't think so.
And they can make the check or whatever directly out.
If
to
somebody
Salt,
gets
right?
mad
Yeah.
at us for
Right.
donating money to a kids fishing organization, that's bad.
Yeah.
Tell them thrift.
So we're
Get
going
on
to do it anyway.
All right.
I don't
we
know
got
how we're going to do it, but we're going to do
we
it.
got a good
Well,
question.
just do you know anybody involved with it?
Yeah.
yeah. He
We'll
knows
text
some
them and tell them we're fixing to do a auction for them.
Oh my gosh.
It's simple.
I don't know how we're going to do it.
Tater
Right,
hog
we
fund.
done got that figured out.
people. We'll worry about that later.
The Tater Hog Fund.
Matt, did he say that? Is he on?
No,
No,
Alex
Probably
Cook.
somebody wanting to get one of his.
All right. You know, we
Kevin
had Tater
Clark's
Hog
got
on the
two-
show, but I
two
don't know if
goats
he
and a
actually
duck on.
watches our show ever.
I don't know.
Kevin
There's
Clark
no-
said he's got 2 goats and a duck.
Yeah.
2 goats
On the
For
hat.
the hat?
All right. So when are we starting the bidding?
Not now,
Not
Why?
because we're still doing the show.
10, 10, 75.
We got to
10,
we
80.
got to start the
9.
bidding now.
No, don't start it now because
I have
we're still
no-
trying to answer questions, man.
Well,
You-
we
you're
can
gonna
answer
be
questions after the bidding.
All right, well then you start the bidding. You're in charge of
All
all
right.
the bidding.
Enter some bids, but ask some
This
questions
is gonna be a
too.
nightmare.
This is going to be all
Lots of
Ask some
questions.
bids, but ask some questions too.
All right,
This is
all right, so I'll
Brian
take-
Keys at 50. Brian Keys at 50.
Brian
We're
Keys
already
at $50.
All right. We got a $50 high bid right now
You better
on the
start
hat.
writing.
So
Well, I'm not writing nothing. Thrift said he's in charge.
here, I'll write it down. Give me a
that.
pencil.
Give me a pen.
All right, Jeff's writing.
Don't
it
take
down.
my trivia question. Here, you can have that piece of paper. There. Nuh-uh, stop.
I need
those hands
a
to
clear
yourself.
spot to write on. All right.
Stephen Leonard's at 60.
Who?
So we're going to answer
No,
some questions.
don't tell him nothing. He's got this. Thrift's got this.
I can't even make the pen
This
work.
is going to be a nightmare.
Lord, you got to open it up there. Slick.
Open it.
The bids are going down.
Lord, have mercy.
35, 30.
All right.
Wait, guys.
Who's leading?
Brandon Brute is 75.
New.
Brandon. Who?
All right, I'm going to jump back into some questions.
B-R-U-E-T-T-E.
All right, here, I got a question real quick.
All right, go ahead, New. Hit it up. Hit it up. while
New
these clowns
Ultrex
are
or Four
all
Trex?
discombobulated.
I actually run Ultrex.
Because you're normal.
I mean, it's good, but I think I'm probably going to have probably a Four Trex on my next boat. I mean,
You are God. I'm gonna come across this table in a minute.
No, I
you
mean,
are so
honestly,
thrift.
the way
you
that
are
I
so
fish-
thrift made over.
the
dude.
way that I fish,
you were a miniature, a little bit skinnier, a little bit younger. Brian Smoke Thrift.
I just don't catch them as good as him.
No,
I mean,
don't
we
like
do
that.
a lot of things,
He
but
does
you got to
catch a
think.
lot.
I just saw a $75 bid
That's
jump
what
up.
we already
by the
got.
way.
Brandon
85.
Brute.
E, 85.
Oh,
Do
85.
what? You writing it down?
Well, you can too.
Ooh, $100.
Oh, I
There's
see.
$100.
See $100.
$100. This is a nightmare.
The thing about it is,
What about my hat?
Thanks,
Sell my
Smoke.
hat.
News trying to sell the hat on the Hey, look. Hey, I like it. Business mind, dude. You're thinking about fishing the elites next year. He's already trying to raise money.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Oh.
All right. Did you answer that
125.
question? Did you answer that question?
Not fully. So,
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people give me a lot of crap about oh, you do that because Thrift does it. I mean, sometimes, yeah, but I mean, he is like the greatest fisherman in the world.
But
so.
News Talk showed me stuff too. I mean, we work well together.
No,
We got a 125. Jeff Marks is 125.
but no, like all jokes to the side. I mean, the Fortrex, Ultrex, you know, the way that I fish, the features of the Ultrex really don't benefit me a lot. And luckily, I've never had a problem with the Ultrex. Haven't really heard of any problems with the Ultrex, but I mean, there's more there to mess up than there is with the Fortrex.
Yeah, but the Ultrex is proven.
Oh yeah,
It's
no
proven.
doubt.
It's
I mean, I've
proven.
been running
It's a
it for
great
almost
And
30
look,
years.
I'm not against like what you're kind of hinting at, not running a product because it's brand new, and I might get cursed out for saying this, but for not running a product when it's in its very first year of being on the market, because when our career's on the line, I want the most reliable equipment on my boat.
Right.
Period.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I get it, but all right, let's
All right, we got one more minute on the hat bidding.
he was actually keeping time, Jeff.
Oh yeah, we're doing this. The
So
correct way.
what's the bid at?
125.
I said
Jeff
125.
Marks is 125.
$125 for the signed LTF hat by B-Lat, Thrift, myself, Dudley, and Brian New. We're gonna have to get you on there.
All right. Well, you got to come up with a blue Sharpie
All
since
right.
I can't use a black Sharpie
I
Well-
think you can use the black.
per Matt's rules.
No, I think you can use it. It'll look a little awkward, but I mean the hat does have a little black tint to the mesh too, so maybe it'll match the tint of the mesh.
Drew
hat or something.
Goolsby,
There you go.
150. Drew Goolsby.
$150.
$150 for the
Let me
hat.
check the time.
That's awesome, Drew. How
We
much?
got
All right, you gonna do a
30 seconds.
countdown? You gonna do a countdown when we get to 10?
No, we don't. No, it's before the.
Are we just gonna let it roll?
What, in the show?
I'm keeping up with it right now.
All right, Jeff's keeping up with it. So
All right.
anybody interested in
You got to
donating to a good cause and winning this awesome hat,
TJ Eskew just joined, wants to know what the bidding's for. You want to let him know, Thrift?
we're bidding for this LTF hat that has Matt's signature, my signature, David Dudley, and Brian Latimer's signature, and the all monies will
And mine.
go
In the
to
reigning open.
the reigning Open champion.
Future
Brian
Bassmaster
signature.
Classic champion,
Yes.
future Elite Series rookie,
I like it.
AKA Rookie of the Year, AOY, blah, 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 blah.
He has already said you were fishing for second. in
He
the
actually
Classic
told me
next
that.
year.
So I haven't. He's already qualified.
no.
He's already qualified for the 2021 Classic. Little Matt here hadn't even started his year yet, and he's like, "You know, you're fishing for second in the 2021
No.
Classic, right?"
No, I think you're changing my words. You're twisting them.
I twisted him a little bit, but it sounds cool. So just
No,
just chill
I
out.
said I
This is
would
my
love to
story.
see you finish second.
I would too.
That's the same thing
mean,
I told you.
I got two people pulling against me, Jeff.
Second's a
Where
good
do you want to
finish.
see me finish?
Second's a good finish.
Hat thing.
That's
So the
respectable.
proceeds of the hat are going to get donated to SALT, Student
Salt.
Angler League Tournament Trail
Yes.
in Georgetown, South Carolina. So the money's not coming to us. It's auction for a good cause.
And can they correct me if I'm wrong, but can they make that check or however their payment is made directly to Salt? This is something we just threw together.
Yeah,
literally
this is
tonight,
off
y'all,
the
so
cuff.
give us a
We'll
little bit
figure
of
that
break.
out.
But I like
We'll
where we're
connect.
going with this. and
We'll
I think we
connect
need to
after
do
the
it more
show and
often.
figure that part out.
I like this.
Right now we're at 150. Drew Gouldsby.
We got a 160.
Matt Newman said it's almost as good as a
Brian
samurai
Key has got a
sword
160.
Ooh,
signed by Randy Jackson.
I got a samurai sword.
He does.
I believe it.
I
He
do.
does.
I do.
Derek Westfall wants us to auction more of Matt and Smoke's old gear for
That
charity.
is a good idea.
Yeah. That's we might
We're going to start
doing
incorporating.
just
This
might as
is
well add some
fun.
more stuff. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not
Jeff-
tonight. Not tonight. Easy,
I mean-
Jeff.
Jeff already said he didn't need an assistant, so we can put a little more on him.
Yeah, that's right. Burl said you need an intern bad.
Come on, help me, Burl.
Yeah, he's hiring. All right, what percentage of the tackle you bring to a tournament do you actually use? Daniel Rouse wants to know. You wanna
Good
hit on
question.
that?
I'm going to say
And don't lie.
actual use in that tournament, 10%.
Okay, I'd say
Drew
that
Gouldsby
probably pretty accurate.
wants his hat. He's
Probably
at
somewhere around
175.
175. You have it on that.
We raised $350 for Raven at the Southern Redfish Cup event. the
Oh,
other
that's
week.
awesome. Dude.
Nice.
That's awesome. Where are we getting at on time tonight, Jeff?
We are getting at 750.
Okay,
So we got time. We got a little
10 more
time.
minutes. So he said 10% on the percentage of the tackle that you take to a tournament.
I'm going to say same. 10 to 15%.
Yeah, I'm close. I'm in that 10% range, and I think during the tournament, depending on conditions, if we have a bunch of flip flopping conditions, and obviously,
Yeah, you're more likely to use more.
Spreads it out a little bit more. But if it's pretty
And-
consistent, I'd say shoot 3 to 4 rods, catch 95% of the fish.
Not on my boat.
No, not on mine.
No,
Yeah, y'all
I
are
would say
full of
12. Probably,
Y'all full of
probably
crap.
10.
Doug
How many
Scoggins-
different baits did you catch your fish on in Florida? That's all I
Alright.
need to know. Just how many different baits did you catch all your fish
Look.
on? The 20 bass you weighed in. How many different baits?
15 bass. A
15 bass.
a
I'm
big
sorry, I thought
weight,
you were going to say 50.
a big weight, a Texas rig stinger, a Texas rig monster worm, a
stinger.
prop bait, a tap prop bait, a G squared.
You weighed
square
in
bill.
fish on all those?
Hold on,
He ain't done.
square bill, a flipping pads with a stinger.
The stinger's one bait.
No, it's 2 different rigs: a 1/4 ounce weight and a 3/16 ounce.
So the
weight.
stinger's 3 of his 6 right now.
No, 2. A chatterbait
There's no wrong way to fish a stinger.
and a jerk bait. And I think there was another one.
You weighed in 15 fish on 8 baits.
I did.
I don't believe that.
Call my co-anglers.
I don't think I believe that. And you might be the first person in the history of a Bass Open that won a 3-day
In Florida.
tournament in 15 in the history of all of them.
No, but plus it's in Florida. How many tournaments do you hear
What we
junk
getting
fishing in Florida?
Andy Baker. Yes, I see your comment. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but shoot me a message on Facebook.
Hey,
and
we
we'll
just
get
got a
whatever
little.
you got
We
figured
just
out.
got something added to our giveaway tonight.
Ooh.
For the auction or the giveaway?
For the giveaway for
giveaway.
the trivia
Okay.
question.
All right. Swin is the owners of Shiner Stash Jerky.
And it's good stuff, too.
It is good stuff. They had a table at the Angler's Choice Open House this past weekend in Martinsville, Virginia. Thrift and I both walked away with a couple bags.
I did. We sampled pretty much everything they had to offer.
Everything.
And none of it was bad. It's all very, very good. And I spent quite a bit of money with them. And
I did too. Matter of fact, Swin's on watching, but I want to tell him the bag. So he makes a bacon candy jerky.
I'm in already.
Dude,
I bought 2 bags.
wait, it's okay.
delicious.
So it's straight bacon.
It's
right?
delicious.
It's
That
it's
is awesome.
straight bacon jerky, and I couldn't tell you the ingredients, but it's sweet. It's like brown sugar, and dude, it's unbelievable. It tastes like candy, bacon.
It is.
It's
That's-
and
hence
it's
the name
unbelievable.
bacon candy.
This dude ate a whole bag of it in like 30 minutes,
No, it was about an hour and a half.
maybe.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, an hour and a half, whatever.
All right.
He ate a whole bag of it.
However
driving
long
home,
it
dude.
took us to drive from Martinsville to Charlotte. So however long that was is how long it took me
About
to
an
eat
hour
that.
and a half.
Exactly.
I'd say about an hour and a half. But he ate a whole bag of it, dude. And I'm chasing it with that sun drop.
So we're at 175. Drew Goolsby, 175 on the hat. All proceeds going to salt. And we're going to end it.
Well, is it ended yet?
No,
Okay.
it'll be the last thing we end after the
All
trivia
right, we'll
question.
end with the auction.
Bidding's still open.
Yeah. I'll give you time to get it in.
It's at $175.
175.
I got a question
Which
right
is
here.
awesome. Let me finish.
gotta
I didn't
address.
even, y'all didn't let me finish.
I didn't even
about
know
the
you were
Shiner
talking
Stash
about
jerky.
something.
Do you have any of the candy jerky here?
No, but he's
Is
gonna.
it- I'm
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna have to get in
add.
on this jerky thing.
It's
Listen.
delicious.
Listen.
Listen to Matt. Everybody stop. Listen.
Hey, everybody stop and listen.
Listen.
Y'all all
to
stop.
Matt.
Y'all stop talking. Y'all stop talking out there. So, Swin's nice enough that he wanted to kick in to our giveaway that's already up to $150 tonight. A 4 flavors
Ooh.
of his custom beef jerky,
Yep.
and I'm telling you,
I will
it's
prove
awesome.
that if he'll send me a bag of that candy stuff.
I think. All right, Swin. Jeff said he'll only approve that if you'll send him a bag of the bacon candy. I
Brittany.
think Swin can work. I think we can work through that.
Brittany,
But,
I hope you're watching. Try to win this. I want some jerky. I'll text you the answer.
Now she is not eligible for the giveaway.
I'm watching for her. I'm watching for your mama. I'm watching for
would
your
be about
cousins. Anybody related to New is not eligible for the giveaway tonight. All right, y'all saw some questions.
I saw a question from Bryant Clary that we need to address because I've actually had this happen to me and it took me a while to figure it out. So he asks, I've been having problems with my P-line fraying. Do y'all have that problem, and what is causing it? Every time I've ever seen a problem like this, it's due to your rod or the reel. You've got a cracked ceramic in one of the inserts on the rod guides, or the actual ceramic, the level wind of your reel's got a crack in it. And that's what's fraying your line. I've had this happen before, and the best way to test it out on your rod is take a Q-tip and just run it around the eyes, and it'll fray the cotton if you've got a crack on your guide. So that's one way you can look for that. And just that's a quick way to ruin a spool of line in a hurry is if you get a crack in one of your guides. So one way you can detect it's with that Q-tip.
I love how Jeff,
What'd he do?
he queues up comments to make sure I see them if it's a comment that's like picking on me or
Cody
something.
Nichols comes in strong at $200 for the hat.
Ooh,
$200.
$200.
Cody Nichols for $200 for the signed hat. I'm glad. See, Thrift, you wanted to shut it down.
Hey,
Hey, we're winging it. We got to learn as we go.
Yeah.
I
Brittany
see
said
you
she's
loving
ready
my
for the
life.
answer. Don't worry. Just give him time.
Yeah. If this show went more than an hour, I'd probably give the answer away 6 or 7 times. But I think I'm doing pretty good tonight, matter of fact.
You're doing
Well,
excellent
so far,
job.
so good.
Excellent job.
The night's not over.
All right, what time we got, Jeff? We almost
7:56, and we got 2 minutes left.
new.
2 minutes
Hit
left
me.
on the auction. We're at 200. Cody Nichols, 200. We got 2 minutes left.
By the way, New was supposed to bring his trophy tonight, so I'm going to apologize to everybody out there that didn't get to see some hardware
Well, you'll have to have me on again.
on the table.
Maybe with another
Isaac
trophy.
may not
you
let
can
him
bring
bring
your
it to work
You
today.
can bring your trophy and drop it off.
Yeah, Isaac.
Isaac might not let
He
him
cracked
bring
the
it to
whip
work
and told
with
me to get to work early.
him. Ooh.
Yeah, we heard about how hard you work for him.
Matter of fact,
Scott
I think
Fell
I've seen
says he'll
him.
bid it if I sign it. Done. I will sign it. It's at 200. Can we get a 225?
225.
Wait a minute, I thought Cody Nichols already.
He's at 200.
Okay.
Scott said he'll do it if I sign it. He'll bid. So can we get a 225? I'll sign it.
Oh, I got you. Scott Fell said he'll bid more than 200 if you'll sign it.
That's what he says.
We told Jeff earlier before the show started. He's looking at Brian and I going,
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
wasn't
gonna-
even going to be on the show tonight.
yeah, he said, I'm going to let New sit in my seat. And I said, Jeff, you're a part of this show too.
Yeah, and you come up with good ideas. Like if you would have sat back there, we wouldn't be raising money for salt right now.
True. Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Good.
go.
Without
Good.
Jeff, there is no show.
Well, I'm
Ex-
glad,
that's what I
I'm glad
said.
we are
That's
because
what
that's
I
a good,
said.
good cause.
So I'm all for the good cause, but so like next week, I'm going to go ahead and leave my hat here, and y'all can auction it off, and
Well, see, then the proceeds will have to go to something. It can't go to the Brian New Fund.
well, Brian knew if he qualifies for the Elite Series fund.
Contingent on him making the elites fund.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Well, let's just say the open fund for now.
Steven wants to know if you've got a website, Swin. He does. Swin, drop your website link down there in the feed.
Shiner
What's up?
Stash Jerky.
Me
You
and
just
Matt
dropped
were
it.
actually looking at their website on
Me
the
and
way
Matt.
home. Exactly. I'm not going to break tradition. I know it's wrong, but it's tradition now. So
He
it's-
finally admitted
Exactly.
it's improper.
Kevin.
So we
English.
were riding back from Martinsville, and we were on the website for the jerky, and they've got what's the hot the crazy hot one we saw? The,
Creeper,
novelty.
Creeper something.
Yeah, so they've got this crazy, insane hot jerky.
You're lucky, New. That's all I got to say is you're lucky. Because Thrift and I had an idea.
No, Thrift and I, Matt was going to do it.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I was scared it would hurt you. So see,
So what's funny about the way your non-proper English is, Thrift's actually very smart.
Nah.
Boy, he
it
brainwashed
was-
you when you practiced with him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So I just think it's funny. I mean, everybody gives him a hard time about the way he talks, but
my wife just posted that. She says, "I'm serious. You bought 2 bags. Where's the other one?"
I
don't
knew.
see it anywhere.
I knew.
Josh Locker. Josh, the bid's at 200, and we're getting ready to close it in about 30
All right,
seconds.
Twisted Creeper's the name of that really hot
Twisted
one.
Creeper. Twisted
It's got
Creeper.
like 16 peppers in it.
It's got
Yeah, it was crazy.
Carolina Reaper.
it's
Yeah,
got
it's got,
reapers.
like,
It's
everything.
got ghost peppers. It's got jalapeno peppers. It's got cayenne peppers.
I'm out.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got
It's
6
I'm
or
out.
7 different peppers in it.
I don't-
It looks like a piece of beef
I don't
jerky
do that.
lit up by a
Jeff
Christmas
don't-
tree.
Some people love that stuff. Though.
Yeah,
Jeff
some
don't do
people.
hot.
Brian don't do hot.
Josh Lockard just came in with the atomic elbow.
The
at
atomic
225.
225.
225.
We got
So
about 30 seconds.
Allison, which is hilarious that she chimed in. I knew
Sven, I'm gonna need some more bacon candy.
I knew
'cause
that
my
this
wife
would get
just
you
stole
in
my
trouble
bag.
when I said that you ate a whole bag of bacon.
I told her I bought 2 bags when I was in Martinsville because I asked her if she wanted me to get her anything, and she said no.
Well, you got home with 1 bag.
I made it home with 1 bag.
Yeah, so that and we ate a whole bag of
Todd, I did hide it in
Brian
the shop.
Key, we're already at 225. We're already at 225. Josh Locker bid 225, but he says 225 with Jeff Sig. I'll do 250. It has to be 250, Brian, and I'll be more than happy to sign it.
So who's got the bid right now? Josh Lockard at 225. So we'll do 1 more minute on the hat bid.
Yep. If
One more.
Brian
got it?
Key, if you want to come in at 250 and I'll sign it, that's good. But you got literally a couple seconds. We got to wait a second because it's a little delayed.
All right,
There
Swin
you
said to
go.
give him a call, by the way.
Perfect.
We will for sure.
Gonna hook you up.
Ring them up.
Daniel Emerson said Jeff is the straw that stirs the show. Look, nobody needs to beat his chest any more than he already beats it himself. So
Do I beat my chest? No, I don't. I just sit
not
over
in
here
front of the camera
and
because
listen
you're
to
smart.
y'all.
First of all, before we jump into the trivia question. By the way, I haven't given the answer out tonight.
You
And
have it.
yeah,
I'm very proud of you.
It's not that complicated of a question either. So hopefully it doesn't take. What do we have, like 13,000 answers last
It was a lot.
last
Brian
show before
Key
somebody
came
got
in
it?
at 250. I'll be sure to sign that.
Brian Key, you are the man.
$250.
You are. I mean, we need to start selling
We're
hats more
gonna-
often on the show.
If I don't see another bid
Well,
in
it's
10
for a good
seconds,
cause.
then it's over.
You're
at
getting an
250.
awesome piece of memorabilia,
That's right.
and the money's going to a good cause.
That's right.
Why
That's
would you
right.
not?
That's what it's all about.
7.
We have a real countdown going on right now. By the way.
6.
7, 6. There we go.
I don't know any other way to stop it.
Nah.
5.
Cody Nichols. He said, "Josh, I'd love to have it with these hammers, but I was
4.
mainly just running up the bid." Smart man. We need to hire Cody as our auctioneer.
Yeah.
Cody's a hammer
3.
too.
Yep. Shout out to him,
Yeah.
Swin. Boom Boom's not feeling well. He got home from the show.
275. Boom.
Are you kidding?
We got a 275 right at the end.
Right, and I was literally counting down the seconds. Josh Locker came in
Josh Lockard.
at 275.
Josh Lockard, $275 for the signed LTF hat that goes 100% of the proceeds going straight to Salt.
Yep.
Tell them what Salt is again, Jeff, for all
Salt
people
is
that
the
want to
Student Angler League Tournament Trail down in Georgetown, South Carolina, that shows young anglers the ways of the water and bringing them up fishing and all that kind of good stuff.
That's
it's
good
run
deal.
by Rayburn Poston down in Georgetown. He's a supporter of the Redfish Cup down there. We've gotten to know him pretty good over the years, and he's doing an awesome thing down there. So we raise money for him all we can every time we get a chance down in Georgetown in our events.
Yep.
So yeah, he's doing an awesome thing down there.
Yeah, that is very
That
cool.
is very good.
And Josh, huge shout out to you, man. That's pretty awesome. $275.
So Brian Key just bid 300. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something else really cool for Brian Key. If you want it, since both of you want it, we're gonna give you both something autographed, something cool. So hit me up after the show, message me, and we're gonna get you both something. If you still want to get in for the 300 or the 275 bid, same. We'll get you another item signed by everybody and probably some more bonus stuff. If you want to do that too, and we'll raise even more money for Salt.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
that's
just
That
shoot
is
me a
awesome.
message,
See, that's why
Brian,
we keep Jeff
and,
around.
That
we'll
is
get you
exactly
taken
why
care
I
of.
keep Jeff around.
Appreciate
It's
that,
for
guys.
the
That was
kids.
awesome.
That's right.
It's for the kids.
All right, 331 viewers.
Trivia question time.
I know we got up and cracked the 350 mark, and if New was small enough, we'd have probably done a live Mr. Wilson feeding and dipped his little skinny butt in there tonight. But since he's too big for Mr. Wilson to eat, we're gonna have to keep him out. That was awesome, guys. I can't. Okay, there's
That
actually
was awesome.
Brad White just dropped the. Drop the website down there.
Saltfishing.com with 2 T's though. Student Angler League Tournament Trail.
Yeah.
Fishing.com.
All right, let's talk about the giveaway again. What's the largest bass? Oh wait, I'm not gonna ask the question yet. Sorry. Let's talk about the giveaway. What we're giving away again.
God almighty.
No, I almost did it, but I didn't.
What happened?
We just lose
Something
a light.
happened.
We just
Yeah,
lost a light.
They're on batteries.
Okay.
They're just a little supplement.
Josh
something
Lockard
like-
said he'll match his 300.
What's that?
They said Josh Lockard just commented that I'll match his 300.
Well, that's fine. If you want to raise it to 300, Brian Key, if you want to go 300 and Josh go 300, that's perfect. Shoot me a message and we'll get you all kind of awesome stuff.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
This is awesome. We're going to have to do this more often. Just randomly, like off the cuff like this. Just spring it on you with no heads up.
Agree, 100%.
I'm pretty sure we just raised $600 for salt.
We did. That's
pretty
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That is very
awesome.
cool.
That's cool.
All right, here we go. The giveaway tonight: Basscaster's hat.
No, he's already got it wrong. It's a shirt.
I thought it was gloves.
You got to get
Titan
away
gloves.
from the giveaway, dude.
You got a Bass membership. You got a Bass membership. You got a shirt from Basscasters.
Drop the mic on him.
You got Titan SPF gloves.
I would if I could. But
You've
it's
got
attached. Why are you smacking me in the,
the
head?
greenfish
Greenfish.
tackle pack.
Greenfish
Valued
tackle
at
pack at over
$50.
$50.
Over $50.
Titan Tungsten SPF gloves.
Yep.
Basscasters T-shirt
Yes.
and a Bassmaster membership.
Correct.
Is
4
that
items.
everything?
Yes.
All right.
That is everything.
Are y'all ready?
Jeff determines
Clarence
the winner.
Belcher said he needs one of those carpet decals, and we're gonna throw in a carpet decal. Just
5
for you,
items.
Clarence. So try to win.
5 items.
Oh, we're throwing that in. Okay. If he doesn't win, Jeff, you want to tell him how to get one?
Yes, you can go to ltfgear.com.
Or
And purchase
letstalkfish.com.
And that'll, whatever. Go there too.
Sorry, that's a long-standing joke between Jeff and I. All right. Y'all ready for the question?
I'm
New-
ready for the question.
New, I'm
Do
gonna
you
give-
know the answer, Jeff? Don't tell him, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I wadded it up and threw it out
Okay.
there because I was mad.
I know the answer.
All right, Jeff knows the
Are
answer.
you sure you know the answer? Okay, that's the
I
answer.
was
Perfect.
watching.
Perfect.
All right, so
I was
since
watching live.
since the trivia question tonight relates to New's recent tournament down at Toho, recent tournament win in the Bassmaster Open down at Lake Toho, I'm going
Where
to
I
let him
qualified for the classic.
where he qualified for the Bassmaster Classic, where apparently if
love
I
it.
make it,
I
I'm
love
fishing
it.
for second, according to New.
Have you bought
finished
Brittany
second.
anything yet since you won?
Yeah, no kidding.
I bought her some flowers.
That's good. That's a
But-
good start.
I'd kick you in the
Like
right in the
it
scrotum
was
if you bought me
our
flowers.
anniversary, so
That's all you got her was flowers.
I mean, $50,000 and you bought her some flowers.
Flowers.
She's watching, so I'm calling
Yeah,
her
I know.
out.
I love
It's
you,
probably
baby.
cheap. He probably went to the grocery store and was buying him like a viney sausage or
Just so
something.
you
and
know-
No,
everything,
I actually went out of my way.
and went to a flower shop.
No, it was Walmart, but I went out of my way.
So
At least he's honest.
just so you
At
know,
least he's
Brittany,
honest.
I text Brian
It's
after
the
he
thought
won
that counts.
and said congrats. And you hit me back. He's like, thanks, man. He's like, what should I get Brittany? I was like, that's a weird question.
Oh
But
no!
I was like,
Here we
I
go.
think it should probably be a car. And he's like, yeah, I
Yes.
think I'll just do
Yes.
flowers.
I mean, she's
Just
been
so you know,
driving
I
my
said
truck
car.
for a
I
while.
said car.
A car.
Cars are expensive.
No.
Toyota 4Runners are really expensive.
They are expensive.
All right. Doug
On to the
Scroggins said,
trivia
focus, guys. On
All
the
right,
trivia
sorry.
question.
Have we
All
not
right.
asked it yet?
No.
I'm
Tell
love
him
you, Brittany.
again,
my
Thrift,
answer
who's in
after
charge?
answer.
Who's in charge?
I've got it right here.
Jeff's in charge.
All right.
Jeff determines the winner. So whenever Matt announces the trivia question,
News announcing tonight.
okay, New's going to announce the trivia question. And as y'all reply, Jeff will determine the winner. So
Okay.
Whatever
And-
we do, we're not breaking our record last week of 13,000
that's a lot.
comments.
That's a lot.
All
that
right.
was
That is a lot.
craziness.
Before somebody answers the question correctly, New, go ahead, because we're getting all kinds of answers. Go ahead and ask the question.
Somebody's going to win without the question. isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding. And we're going to have to honor it. It's a bad thing.
Yeah.
So, what is the largest bass that I weighed in at Toho 2 weeks ago to win the Bass Open?
Yep. So over the 3 days of competition, what was the largest fish that New weighed in during the tournament?
During the tournament.
Not that he caught during the week he was there. What'd you see?
Chris Privet's answer of 19 shots with a 6.5 Creedmoor. That's close. That's
Chris,
close.
Chris, that's yeah, probably not far off.
Brittany, you can quit watching the show now. But I still love you. So, what was the Creedmoor?
Tyler Calloway, that was close. It was D's Nuts 2020.
What was happening in
We
here?
lost another light. We got
Got
it, y'all. If y'all hang
I
out,
got a winner.
Ooh,
You
We've
do
got
have
a
winner?
winner?
Shit.
Y'all hang out long enough, we'll be in the dark because all Jeff's battery operated studio lights.
We're down to one light in the studio.
Extras. We could have the whole thing.
So, you have an answer and you have a winner.
We have a winner already.
Josh Pallades. I think that's right. Pladies. Josh Pallades, you are the winner of the gigantic prize pack that we have
of
tonight.
like
Gigantic
6 or 7 different items.
What? Quit reaching for my pen.
Pen.
Oh.
Pen.
Here, I got one.
So, send us a message, not with your name because we already know your name.
You can include your name.
It comes from his name. They get on me when I say send us a message
Oh.
with your name.
Finish what you're saying. I got to say something.
What? Just
This is LTF. You can interrupt by all means, sir.
yeah.
Take the floor.
Roll on, new.
So, there's been a very high demand on the greenfish prop bait, the tat, and the the fat G squared crankbait that I called them on last week.
Prop baits will not be available till after the St. Johns River tournament.
Yeah, Matt stole my last one, but no. All seriousness, Greenfish is in the process of building a new shop, or they just built a new shop and they're trying to move in. So you can go ahead and order that stuff from their website, place the order there, and just kind of be patient. I mean, they will definitely get it to you as soon as possible, but kind of a bad timing on that deal. But they make awesome stuff. It's definitely worth the wait.
All right, jumping back to.
So what was the answer?
Yeah,
I
so-
see a
Yeah,
couple
the answer
coming.
was
Before
what?
Matt was
New?
rudely interrupted. What was the answer?
6.1 pounds.
Yes.
6 pounds, 1 ounce. Josh, send us a message on the Let's Talk Fish Facebook page with your shipping information, and we'll get that over to New. We'll also get everything that you want in the package tonight. We'll get you signed up for your Bassmaster membership, and we'll get you hooked up, man. But congratulations, that's a big W for Josh tonight.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So,
also,
Go ahead.
What? Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, somebody
after you.
just
No, go ahead.
commented, what was Swin's website for the jerky?
Oh, Swin, if you're still on and watching, drop your website link down there in the feed. You guys can get on there and check out some of your jerky. And he does have, Lord, I don't know
very
how many
delicious
flavors
jerky.
he's got, but he's got a lot.
A lot.
So, if not, Matt Tuttle, hold that thought, and we'll get it from Swin, and we'll get it posted up on the next show we have. Now, that being said, what happened?
It's funny. Daniel Emerson said, not fair. I used my phone to watch the show and Google. I'm not advanced enough to do that. I've still won 16 times without recognition.
All right, everybody on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Everybody clap. Congratulations, Daniel.
Good job, Daniel.
All right, good job, Daniel. All right, he got his recognition. All right, well, one more question. What was I talking? Oh, I was talking about.
It's been a wonderful show.
I was talking about
Wonderful.
We're about to lose our lights in a minute.
did we drop another one?
We're down to
Those
one.
won't go off. These are just extras.
You have to start paying the bills or something.
When's our next show? So let's think
It's
about
gonna
this.
be a minute.
It's gonna be a minute. I'm gonna be gone when I leave Saturday morning. I'll be gone for about
It's probably
17
going
or
to
18
be 3
days.
weeks, yeah, at least.
Now, when you leave, do you just have one event, or you got back to backs, or?
I've got one event at U-Fall. I'll leave Monday, and then I'll be home for a couple days and leave to go to Okeechobee.
Okay. All right. So the next show will probably be at least not next Tuesday, not the one after that, but three
Possibly.
Tuesdays from today. I know I can host a show, and if you're not here,
I think I'll be able to check my schedule.
if not, I'll get a guest, and I'll guarantee that we'll have a show that week.
Yes.
So it'll be at least
3 weeks from today.
3 weeks from today. That is correct. And we apologize, guys, but the season's getting ready to kick off. And
But that gives us more content, more to talk about.
that's
So
right.
So it's
that's
good.
right. We're gonna have plenty of content when we come back. But all right, y'all got anything to add? New? I appreciate you being on the show tonight, as always.
Yes, thank you. And again, congratulations. Awesome
Absolutely.
job, well, the last 2 or 3 years, and keep it rolling, man.
I'm gonna try to. It's rolling pretty good right
Hey.
now. I hope it don't just roll over.
No,
Nah, you're good.
Every good angler has a bad tournament, but
Yes.
the great anglers don't have terrible.
No matter what happens, the rest of the year, you're
It's
fishing
good.
classic.
That's right. That's right.
fishing
Fish in the
Yeah.
class.
And hey,
Momentum's
I
a
made
dangerous thing.
I've already made
And you know
a
what?
living for the year.
Like if something
it's
happens and they
not
cancel,
February yet.
if they cancel every event from here forward, you'll win the Classic because right now you're the only one qualified. So that's something to think about.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm just saying it could happen.
You mean if they cancel the whole Elite Series?
Like if something, like he'd be the only one qualified.
So I thought we were better friends than this. I mean, like, you would think y'all would have me on here just because we're buddies and like to cut up and have a good time.
You've been on here like
apparently
6
I have to
times.
like win tournaments.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
That's motivation.
So I
for
guess
you.
I will have to keep winning
It's
tournaments
motivation
if I want
for
to come
you.
hang out with y'all guys.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's.
I mean, you're figuring it out slowly but surely.
good.
You're figuring it out.
I mean, I like winning tournaments, but dang.
That's right. That's right.
So,
all right.
Last, Brian Key, Josh Lockard, thank you for that. Hit me
Yeah,
up a
that's
private
awesome.
message. We'll get connected and figure out how to do all that. That was awesome. And
You want them to PM you or just the Let's Talk Fish
yeah,
page?
the Let's Talk Fish page is fine, and we'll hook up on that, and we'll get you all some. We're gonna add some awesome stuff to that.
Yeah, we're
because
gonna make this a little sweeter.
$600 for salt is ridiculous. So we're gonna make it worth it. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, guys, congrats again to everybody, and thanks again for the big time auction money raised for salt.
Yeah.
That was pretty. That was literally thrown together. That was not planned.
That was awesome.
pretty
Well,
good.
it was brought up by the fans, by the people
Yeah.
watching, by the viewers, because the
this
hat
was
just
y'all's
sitting there.
idea, and I love it.
100%.
I love it.
All right, we are. I guess we're done for the night. We're wrapping
We're done.
it up, and we will be back 3 weeks from today.
I haven't checked my schedule yet. But
Yeah,
sometime around in there.
he'll be here. He'll be here, and we'll have a lot to talk about. So,
Yeah, we will have a lot to talk about.
special thanks again to Brian New. Congrats again to Brian
Congrats.
New. And good luck to Thrift, who's
And
heading
good
out
luck
to his
to
very
Matt.
first MLF event. I'm excited personally to watch that one.
I am too.
I can't wait to watch you in that format.
I'm
dude.
nervous.
I've been.
I would be too.
No,
I
I
got to
know.
be honest. I've
You-
never watched that format before.
I haven't.
But now I've actually got interest in it, so I'm going to watch it for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous about it.
No, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
I know, but
I think he'll
I got
be
a feeling
okay.
you'll be
Don't
just
you
fine.
do?
I'm
Probably.
Yeah, I hope.
I mean,
so.
like,
but I'm still nervous. Like I do this every year because you've said at home. I haven't fished a travel tournament since the 1st of November, and it's just like for 3 months I've been thinking about this one tournament, and to finally get ready to start preparing and getting there, I get nervous. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff, packing.
is that what happened when
He
you,
ain't nervous about the tournament. He's nervous because he might not have. He might only brought 26 rods to put in a boat instead of 27.
No, I put my rods in my boat this year, and this year's first time I've ever done this. I've usually had the rod tubes in my Ranger, and I ordered it this year with the open single, just open
Without the
front
tubes.
hole without the tubes, and I currently have 46 Fitzgerald rods rigged up, ready to go in the box.
how many spinning rods?
4.
That's impressive.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm
One
telling-
spinning rod's like 2.5
Yes.
bait casters.
That's very true.
I mean, it is.
It is.
Jared Kemper said he's a late arrival tonight. Good luck, Thrifty.
Thank you.
Jared. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel if you hadn't already. Y'all can visually watch the shows because
Yeah, and I'll have
sometimes
this episode up in about 4 weeks.
yeah, according to Burl,
I'm just kidding.
you'll probably have it up in the next what?
I may do it tonight just for that.
Just because. I love it. Guys, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yep.
Nude, let's see how much Nude watches the show.
He's never watched this show.
Do you know how we normally sign the show off? I
No,
tell you what.
Serious question. Have you ever watched this show?
I have.
I've seen him on here.
No,
several
he,
times.
I've seen him on here commenting before.
Yeah. Like,
You
I
know-
try
have
to
you
win
ever
stuff,
seen
and I
us-
never do.
Have you ever seen us sign off?
Yes. So when we're not going to fish, or when we can't go fishing, we're going to sit here and we're going to talk fish.
Ah, he nailed it.
Yeah.
See y'all in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Oh.
Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Fish. Visit our private Facebook group to continue the conversation, post your questions, and talk with other fellow anglers at facebook.com/groups/Let's Talk Fish. Follow us on Instagram at Let's Talk Fish Official and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive content. Join us again next episode for more actionable tips, tactics, and techniques directly from the pros. And remember, when we can't go fishing, we're going to sit right here and talk fish.